Okay, time for another cancer update. But before that, if you think that getting in shape and eating right is too hard, or maybe even you think that exercise is too risky, life is risky. Getting born is risky. Getting married is risky. Having kids is risky. Starting a business is risky. And it's hard. All of those things are hard. I mean, life is hard. I'll tell you how hard life is. None of us are getting out of here alive. That's how hard it is. But if you think that getting in shape or eating right, maybe you think eating right is too expensive, well, just wait until they hand you the bill for not doing that. Then you'll find out what too expensive is. I'm going to put in a little video here of a guy who's just summed it up really nicely, another thought along the same lines, and then we'll get into the cancer update.
So I'm supposed to listen to the government's health advice when the guy that signs health bills into Illinois looks like this, and the Assistant Secretary of Health looks like this. Got it.
So it's number 4 cancer update, number 4 treatment out of 6. So I'm over the hump on the downhill slide now. The last one, the after effects lasted longer than they did on the first one. So the first one was the only one that I got nauseous on. Second one was pretty not very difficult. I slid right through that one. Was able to keep up with my workouts. This is the 4th one. Just now starting to lose my voice a little bit, and the pump is on right now and still pumping, and that'll be going on until tomorrow. So don't feel too bad. Just got a little exercise in just now that was pretty basic exercise, low intensity cardio, and actually feel pretty decent. I'm definitely more tired. The pronounced feelings of tingling in my hands, my mouth, no taste. Everything tastes funky. Water even tastes funky, if it has a taste at all. Difficulty swallowing, and a lot of tingling and stuff going on inside my mouth. Those are all the side effects that we knew we were going to have. I kind of expect this week to be, since last week took longer, I kind of expect this week to be more of a downer. They, like I've said before, they pump prednisone into me with that initial treatment at the hospital, and then for the next 2 days while this is on, I take 2 little pills of prednisone or dexamethasone, or it's a steroid anyway, to help alleviate some of the symptoms. So after tomorrow that goes away, and then that's when kind of the tiredness and everything comes full on. Hoping this week to be able to still do my resistance training workouts, because as I continue to say, the importance of maintaining muscle mass during this, and for all of us who are over 30, over 40, over 50, going into old age, the more muscle mass you have, the more you're going to be able to overcome some of the difficulties that life will undoubtedly throw at you. It might not be this, but the things like just falling down and the simple things that take us out. So that same recommendation for everybody: work your muscles for muscle growth, which means pushing against heavy resistance, however you have to do that, whether you can do that with your body weight, but even better if you have access to some weights. So no other real profound things to say about this treatment. Like I say, I'm glad this is number 4, 2 more to go. It is August of 2024, and the next treatment will also be on. My final treatment is on September 3rd, day before my birthday, coincidentally. So good timing for that. No birthday party, but then I think I have to wait about 30 days or so for the surgery, which is, I'm told, is laparoscopic surgery, where they go in and are able to. So they don't gut you from stem to stern anymore. They do it through some pretty simple incisions, and so my hope is that all goes well. The tumor is removed, everything's sewed back up, and then however long it takes to recover from surgery, and then I'm back on board to begin training for my next Spartan race, which would be in June of next year. And to that end, I'd just like to say that it is my intention. In the past I've trained, but I've trained more to survive the races than I have to win the races, just because they are very, very difficult, and there's some fairly elite people that are running them. This year, because of this, I'm gonna go all out and attempt and train hard enough to try and podium again. I have podiumed one time in an ultra. The ultra was the longest race that Spartan does. It turned out to be about 32 miles through the mountains around Kalispell, Montana. And it took me a little over 12 hours to complete that race. And there was a point a little more than midway through the race where you get to stop and they give you a stopping place where you can keep a bucket with some food and stuff in it to help you make it through the rest of the race. And at that point I was very, very much thinking about quitting, but I didn't. And I think that's one of the great things about that race, is really testing your mental capacity, because it is all designed, even the shortest race for somebody who's never done it is designed to make you quit. And you don't quit because your body got too tired, because we all know, we can push our bodies a lot farther than we generally do. And even when we get to that point of exhaustion, we usually have some more in the tank, and that's the point where you really get some growth, is if you push yourself to that point where you're taking it all out of the tank. But more than anything, you get growth in your mind, being able to overcome something that you're so done. I cannot go any farther, and then you go farther. And at that race, that was roughly at the 15 or 16 mile mark. I still had another, it might have been 18 miles, but I still had another, 12, 14 miles to go. And I was already done then. So getting through that was a very, very much a mental breakthrough for me, and probably for anybody who's ever tried it. I certainly don't recommend the ultra for anybody who's never tried it, but getting yourself into some kind of competition is a great way to push your boundaries a little bit, and to get some growth, both physically and mentally. And since so many things in life do require overcoming difficulties, the physical fitness arena is a place where you have total control of everything, every aspect of that. It's not up to your boss, it's not up to the weather, it's not up to anything, the politics, is up to nothing but your ability to push yourself and to challenge yourself and to compete against yourself to get better each time you exercise, and better in how you eat. So that's my advice column for the day, and my update on chemotherapy. Feeling pretty good right now, and still have a good voice, and we'll see how the week goes. If I do get a chance to do a good workout, I'll do a workout post. So once again, I appreciate all your comments. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and please share them. If somebody else needs to hear this information, if they're facing something like this, it's probably good to know what they're getting themselves into. And so share it. Please subscribe and like it, and thanks again.